Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am your host Ruchi Sharma. This week's weekly wrap is all about Crypto Expo Dubai 2023. Our team of 3.0 TV, comprising of Manoj Dhara and Vishakha Thakur, were in Dubai for last couple of days to bring you the exclusive coverage of this mega event where they interacted with various industry players from all the verticals of Web3 ecosystem, be it blockchain, Metaverse, NFT sector, Web3 gaming, general cryptocurrency market outlook, or the hot favorite artificial intelligence. So let's get started. So if we talk about the big bang of cryptocurrency market, then it all began with Bitcoin, right? So let's hear from our guests what are their thoughts on Bitcoin.
Well, there are a lot of blockchains coming up. One, actually building on Bitcoin are the ordinals. They're building fantastic projects, and Bitcoin we can say it's a forefather of all the crypto ecosystem. So we cannot ignore Bitcoin for sure. So with BRC coming up, with ordinals coming up, there are a lot of things that can be done on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has also been the institution's favorite now. So that is one thing. Ethereum, after its moving from the proof of work to proof of stake, has been building some beautiful projects. And that actually is something to look forward to. It is not that I'm just naming the two leading blockchains here, but they are the actual ecosystems which are working within themselves. So those are the things. Then there are a lot of projects. We've seen tokens which were like meme tokens. They collected money and then they are developing an ecosystem within themselves, and that is something that is coming forward to with things in the times to come. So when we are talking about the ecosystem, everybody has understood this case that you have to work on an ecosystem, you have to build an ecosystem. A meme or a normal blockchain will never work for long. So everybody is adapting, everybody is coming forward, and that is the way forward. One more thing I forgot is that the real world aspect. So crypto industry has always been called a hoax, a kind of thing that is like a fluke, got struck by something, a few youngsters invested, they got billionaires.
Towards the tokenization and the way forward?
Yes, tokenization is one thing. So real world asset is the key to the success of the crypto world in the times to come. So a lot of real world assets are coming up into the picture, and real world asset tokenization is happening. So that is where you will be able to connect the Web3 world, the blockchain world with the real assets. And when the blockchain actually gets to the real world asset tokenization, that is where we will find a connect with the real life. That is where we'll find a connect with the actual valuation of the crypto asset on certain parameters. Because I've been working a lot on the valuation, deriving an actual valuation for how an asset can be valued fundamentally. That is what we do. So that is where a real world asset tokenization will help a lot. And people will be actually able to see a science behind how the valuation is done, how actually a project is deriving its value. That is the basic. Yes, and one more thing I forgot. A major event is coming in the Web3 space, that is Bitcoin halving. Although I must say that the effect is already, absorbed by the market. But the basic thing that is happening is that is going to turn the tables around in the times to come, because halving is one thing. Against SEC, the federal court going towards the projects is second thing. That is invited a positive sentiment. Of course, a lot of other governments like G20 has actually accepted the paper of IMF, the financial board, FSB. So these are the things which are actually going to happen.
Fantastic.
And these are the things which are actually going to give a positive boost to the crypto market. So the way forward, government has understood that, all the regulators across the world have understood that crypto is not something that you can ban. Rather, understand the ecosystem, work along with the ecosystem, and try to make it a better place. Because the only concerns that the government had are actually gone, and people are actually now going voluntarily. They are accepting the regulations, regulatory parameters, the KYCs and everything. And that's a good move by the projects. So the projects have taken a step forward towards the government to actually accept crypto on a positive note. The government should reciprocate the same way, and that is where the ecosystem is going to be in the times to come.
I will seriously consider about repositioning my Bitcoin, which I haven't sold since I bought it. I didn't sell it at 67 because I don't have the crystal ball. I didn't know. My expectations were, yes, this is an alternative asset, and I'm not going to debate whether it's a commodity, whether it's a currency, but it's a transfer of a value. We all can agree on that one. It's a transfer of a value that ties back to your question about geopolitics. What currency you prefer right now to get paid? Dollar would be your first preference, right? If you're doing any international transaction, you'd be considered dollar. What is it backed by? Nothing. Just the US government promises. Look at the debt. Look at the relationships that the US has right now, this day, with the superpowers, with other bigger countries, which is very much threatening the status quo for the dollar index. So for me, I think Bitcoin from that particular perspective represents an important point of view. Now, I don't want to say too much, but of course, during the Russia and Ukraine war, look how much money was transferred from those particular regions to the Middle East.
Bitcoin is just one example of something that uses blockchain. Blockchain technology is not just a more efficient way to settle securities, it will fundamentally change market structures and maybe even the architecture of the internet itself. So let us hear from our guests what they had to say about blockchain technology.
We are at a very, very important junction. Every single particular large bank has done a sandbox approach by using blockchain, whether it's a tokenization, whether it's a trade, whatever it is. But we are not out of a sandbox stage. I think the stage that we are looking at, and that's the most critical one, is what is going to happen with the BlackRock ETFs. And for me, that is more important about Bitcoin halving.
Blockchain technology is something that people have started to realize, adapt and realize that it's a necessity more so than ever. By using blockchain, the cost of transaction and the time is significantly reduced. So for me, these two are the biggest use cases. India is adapting to it, be it CBDC, as you rightly said. Large economies are deploying CBDCs, and that is certainly the way ahead. As long as my keen suggestion and interest also is to protect the common man's money and his mental health more so.
Nowadays, the trend is going on towards to the blockchain because this entire application depends on the decentralization where there is no middleman required, and in terms of transparency, and in terms of security, and a lot of authentication is there when you compare with the traditional application and also due to the factor of globalization, nowadays the entire world has become like as a single family. So in order to cater the global needs, what happened is the emerging technology like blockchain, it's like a decentralized application, is tremendously rapidly growing, so that not only in the field of what I can say is only just like a reality sector or a retail sector or a pharma sector, it's been gone to everywhere. Even now the governments of almost all the countries are adopting blockchain technologies, so that in terms of non-hacking activity and also more transparency for giving to the customers, a lot of governments are also approaching the blockchain technologies now for a better usement and as a better use.
जो हमारी ब्लॉकचेन है, आप एक बार विजिट करोगे ctexscan.com के ऊपर, तब उसमें देखोगे कि हमने 7 ब्लॉकचेन को कंबाइन करके हमारी ब्लॉकचेन बनाई हुई है, बराबर इंटीग्रेट करके, क्योंकि लेयर 1 और लेयर 2 पे हमने यूजुअली देखा है कि कितनी सारी ब्लॉकचेन है वो ब्रेक हो गई है, कि एक बार एक्सचेंज पे ज़्यादा कम्युनिटी आने के बाद वो ब्रेक हो जाती है, बराबर, कि वो कम्युनिटी को हाई नहीं कर पाती है। तो हमने उसके लिए क्या किया है कि लेयर 7 बनाई है, तो एक बार अगर कोई भी आके कितनी भी कम्युनिटी आएगी तो हमारे पास जो स्पीड है वो 10 लाख TPS की है, कि 10 लाख ट्रेड पर सेकंड होगा, तब तक अपनी ब्लॉकचेन है वो उसको काबू कर सकती है।
The future is Web3 and blockchain, because there are still lots of problems which the normal technology or normal system is not able to fulfill, which I believe in future, yes, blockchain will put a solution and end those problems which current world is facing.
It will be the future 100%, because all of the people, they will gonna use that cryptocurrency, which is they can fix all the things easily, make the transaction, payment, all the things with the cryptocurrency in his wallet, so he don't need to go to anywhere to get his money, his fiat currency. Will be the old.
How is it possible that we talk about blockchain and leave out NFTs or non-fungible tokens? Certainly not. Over time, NFTs have grown from just being an innovative way to push the boundaries of art to being used for real estate, secondary market ticket sales, and much more. But unfortunately, from its hype in 2021, NFT market has dwindled more than 90%. But the silver lining is that now utility NFTs have emerged to change the landscape of NFT market. So let's hear from our guests what they had to say about the state of NFT market in general.
Simple thing is, earlier NFT was only taking its shape in the form of a support system to the art. Actually, it is not. I must say now NFT is actually finding a use case, a utility, because the case that is happening with NFT is that NFT has got a real life use case scenarios. Say in gaming, say in secondary stage ticketing, the secondary ticketing market. Say you talk about NFT in the sense that NFT is actually working for providing a use case in terms of document verification and validation. So these are the real world acceptance and real world use cases of NFT. Art was the first wave. It is gone. It is not for everybody. It's only for millionaires and billionaires. For the real life scenarios, NFT is something that is there to stay. And NFT will be finding its use case in these real life utilities. And that is where the market is going to grow.
Okay.
So we have seen BAYC going up and down. We have seen other things going up and down. But the NFTs of gaming spaces, which are working really, and NFTs of spaces which are actually providing a use case scenario, are there and they're going to stay.
NFT still has its function, the unique function, whether it's a property sale in order to make it more efficient, whether it is about a specific art, basically creating liquidity out of an illiquid asset and the uniqueness of that particular aspect of it. So I think that is still there, but because of the bad players in the industry, it has been impacted. NFTs still have future because of the promising in terms of the promises that it provides for the entire space, the technology, the features that it has, right? And they are very unique from that particular perspective. When this bad air is cleared out, I think NFTs will still come back into place.
In US and other economies other than Switzerland and Liechtenstein, the real world assets cannot be can be NFTized, but the other places it cannot be.
NFT जो है आप देखो तो अभी 2018 से 2021 की 3 साल में जो क्रिप्टो का बूम आता है, तो 2021 में जैसे ही सब क्रिप्टो चले थे तो NFT उस वक्त चल रहा था. फिर जैसे जैसे कि नए नए यूज़र है वो इतना इंटरेस्ट लेने बंद हो गए, पर अभी हम ऐसे देख रहे हैं कि आगे NFT का ही फ्यूचर है, क्योंकि जितने भी नए नए यूज़र है, डेवलपर है, वो कुछ यूनिक NFT अपनी बनाते हैं, अलग अलग प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर अपलोड करते हैं. पर हमने क्या किया है कि हमारे ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे हमारी कम्युनिटी है, तो हमारा कोई यूज़र होगा वो अपनी NFT बनाएगा, हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर उसको रखेगा, तो उसकी एक बिडिंग लगेगी या तो फिर डायरेक्ट कोई बाइंग करेगा, तो उसको एक कम्युनिटी हम प्रोवाइड करेंगे, तो जहाँ से ईजी टू बाई सेल हो पाएगी NFT.
NFTs most like in 2021 what happened was that it was booming. At one point I think it was 256 million the trading volume per day. So of course it's a lack of knowledge. When something is booming and something is new, many people come to that market without knowing what they're doing. But if we look at NFT product and NFT as general, as a category, there are lots of products that are launching based on NFT. So you cannot think about something that NFT has an end, because like I said before, with the introduction of digital documentation and art, music, everything digitalizing, when I have ownership of something of property and I wanted to have in digital version, of course, the NFT is the best solution to that.
With the advent of augmented reality and virtual reality, we have created a digital reality called Metaverse, which has wide-ranging applications from social media, fashion industry, automobile industry, healthcare, banking, and much more. Basically, Metaverse is going to transform each and every industry depending upon the vision of the person using this technology. So let's hear from our guests what they had to say about Metaverse.
See, Metaverse is going to change the whole world. There's no question about it. But people like us, you, me, everybody who is actually stepping into this concept called Metaverse, or who already has stepped into this concept called Metaverse, what we have to do, we have to see that constructive changes are happening for the globe. Constructive changes means what? See, Metaverse should not kill people's time. Metaverse should support people. Metaverse actually should see that people are driven in the right possible direction. There should be proper use cases. That's the most important thing. When it comes to use case, see, anything that you see on the planet, really people are bringing to Metaverse. Agreed, it is very, very good.
I think it will. Because Metaverse is something, I mean, although Facebook has not seen a very big leap in the meta space since they came for Meta, but NFT is something that is going to draw a lot of things from the Metaverse itself, because Metaverse is going to be the future. So we have seen the work from home culture. The next work from home will come from the Metaverse. And not just working, the experience in real life. I mean, not everybody can go everywhere and experience everything. Metaverse is providing a very cheap solution to that. So why won't people go for it? Why would I not like to sit on the driver's seat of a Formula 1 car and feel the rush?
Advancement of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency have changed the landscape of gaming world with the introduction of play-to-earn games where you can earn while getting entertained, along with minting in-game assets as NFTs. So let's hear from our guest what he has to say about Web3 gaming and its future.
There was a lot of hype 2 years ago in the Web3 games, and there was some ups and downs before. And right now, everyone is facing some issues. So let's clarify what is happening. The first games that entered this market was mostly play-to-earn games. People were hyped about how to get money. They were playing like kind of simple two-dimensional games with lame game mechanics, and basically that didn't turn out to be good. So the second version of this concept, Play and Earn, born, and a little bit better concepts were being implemented. But basically, as the whole hype around NFTs just stopped, the whole gaming industry was slowing down, and the investment slowed down. And basically, as of now, crypto gaming is not really a thing. But we are waiting for a turn in that as the blockchain halving will happen next year. Hopefully, investments will start again, and all those projects that fallen off will just strengthen those that have remained in the industry.
As per the report, Web3 gaming will be a $50 billion market by 2025. So what is your take on that?
Well, I hope that will happen because we will need a lot of investments, and we will need a lot of players on the market to pay, because Web3 gaming and even what we are doing needs players to be ready to pay for NFTs or tokens before generating income. So you have to put down something before you are generating income, and for that to happen, we will need a lot of people who are into the industry.
We are at the beginning of a golden age of AI. Recent advancements have already led to inventions that previously lived in the realm of science fiction, and we have only scratched the surface of what's possible. Artificial intelligence will be part of our future. It's inevitable. So let's hear from our esteemed guests at Crypto Expo Dubai 2023 about what they had to say about artificial intelligence.
With respect to AI, that's a completely different ballgame altogether. There are so many companies which have changed their domains to .ai and stuff like that. And guess what? These are the same individuals which were in the .com, which were in the blockchain, went into the NFTs, and now into AI. They actually know how to work the system, how to work the hype. Let's not talk about them. But what we wanted to talk about is, I can guarantee that pretty much everyone who's watching this particular show, if they haven't used, they know what ChatGPT is, right? And if they haven't used, they will use ChatGPT because it's so easy. It's something that human nature is, it works alongside human nature. And what is human nature? We are all lazy. We don't want to do a lot of burden. ChatGPT AI simplifies that particular stuff.
This is going to be the future. Already this is the present. You just visit Dubai Future Museum, you will understand. Yeah, you must have visited Future Museum in Dubai. So the concept is everything is going to be driven by AI.
Lastly, I would like to end this weekly wrap with few important messages for our viewers from participants of Crypto Expo Dubai 2023. Whether you are Web3 aficionado or not, these messages apply to everyone. I was riveted to hear these wise words full of insight. So here are the messages for our viewers.
My message is that you should remember, every one of you and us, of course, we have 4 resources. First is time, don't lose time. Make the most of your time. The next one, energy. The third one is knowledge, and then after that, there's money. So don't forget that money is the last asset that we have. First is time, energy, knowledge. So get as much knowledge as possible, because in this new market, you can earn big profits. You can launch your own projects. You can do anything. If you have this, everything is possible.
आपका दर्शकों को यही बोलना चाहता हूँ कि वो जो रिटेल इन्वेस्टर है वो क्रिप्टो के बारे में थोड़ा जांचिए, परखिए और बाद में ही इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. ये नहीं हो सकता है कि हर कोई 25 या 30% आपका रिटर्न मिल जाएगा. थोड़ा तो गेट इनटू इट, लर्न इट एंड देन इन्वेस्ट इट. नहीं तो आप पैसा कमाने के बगैर गवाएंगे. सो दिस इज़ माय ओनली मैसेज टू ऑल द रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स or anybody else on the larger institutions. We would always be very open to discuss and implement technologies on the blockchain front.
Well, that's all in our special episode of Weekly Wrap about Crypto Expo Dubai 2023. We will meet again next week. Until then, keep watching 3.2 TV. Do like, share and subscribe to 3.2 TV, and for more information and stories, log on to our website www.3versetv.io or scan the QR code. Have a great weekend.